Calling to order the Municipality of Monroeville's regular council meeting for November. It is approximately 7:15 p.m. This evening. This meeting also falls on November 11th, which we share with Veterans Day. So I'd just like to take a moment to thank and recognize all of our veterans here in our community and in our country. We're joined by some on staff. They're here tonight. Our zoning officer, Mr. Paul Wielden, is a very proud veteran. Our councilman, Mr. Bill Crutt. And unfortunately, he's not able to be here this evening, but our council person from the Third Ward, Mr. Bob Stevenson, along with numerous employees in our community, and certainly numerous residents in our community. But we express our deepest gratitude to them and to defend and protect all of our freedoms and all of our opportunities that we have here in this community, in this country, and the fact that we can have these type of meetings and enjoy these type of opportunities and freedoms. We thank them for their service. So if we could please, when we say our Pledge of Allegiance here in a moment and our moment of silence, if we could just remember all of our veterans, both past and present, for their service. So with that, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated. Roll call, please.
Mayor Griesbach?
Here.
Mr. Hissing?
Here.
Mr. Pogue?
Here.
Mr. Stevenson? Mr. Crutt?
Here.
Mr. Adams?
Here.
Mr. Williams?
Here.
Mr. Biondo?
Here.
Mr. Graziani?
Here.
Mr. Ratcher?
Here.
Ms. Rock?
Here.
Mr. Hugus?
Here.
Mr. Sedlak?
Here.
Mr. Weldon?
Here.
Mrs. Lang?
Here.
Welcome. This meeting is called to order. Council, we're going to shuffle the agenda around a bit. We have a continuation coming up here that we have tabled the conditional use public hearing from last Thursday for Range USA. We're going to circle back to that item here in a moment. And I'm going to open the floor for public comment on proposed agenda items only. Now, this would be for anything on the agenda, of course, but as far as the public hearing for the Range USA, that will circle back to that. But if there's anyone here to make public comment on agenda items, now would be your time to do so.
Yeah. Lois Drumheller. It is on the agenda, however, I know that it should be addressed in comments over the shooting range.
Yeah, so the
But I've already testified in that.
I'll allow extra testimony for it, since we did table it and we will continue it.
Okay, so you'll remove from table and do that, and then I'll wait for those.
But if you had any additional comments about the agenda?
No, I don't.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I'll leave the floor open for proposed agenda items only. There is another comment period at the end. There is another comment period at the end of tonight's meeting for any municipal item. So for the agenda items, now be your time to make comment.
I was told to show up tonight for a continuation of Thursday night's hearing. I don't know if you want that now or later.
Mayor, I'll cover that whenever we get to it.
To those resolutions, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so that'll be for the show cause hearing. Yes, so you just have a seat for a moment. We'll get to that item in a moment.
Thank you.
I'll leave the floor open for public comment on agenda items only. Hearing none, I'm closing that comment period. And what I'm moving to is item number 11, Council. This is the conditional use approval, 25-7-C. This is the Chabad Jewish Center of Monroeville. We did have a public hearing last Thursday. This is the applicant, the Chabad Jewish Center of Monroeville, is requesting conditional use approval pursuant to Article 5, Section 504 MMM, place of worship of the Monroeville zoning ordinance, number 2779, as amended, to permit the operation of a place of worship. The property address is 2520 Mosside Boulevard and identified as tax parcel 857-R-023 in the Boulevard zoning district. Planning Commission recommends approval of this application.
Mayor, I make a motion to approve this application.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Hizzy.
Aye.
Mr. Poach.
Aye.
Mr. Crut.
Aye.
Mr. Adams.
Aye.
Mr. Williams.
Aye.
Mr. Biondo.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Rabbi Mendy and supporters, congratulations, and we really look forward to you moving into your new location, and
Come in
if your
for
congregation continues to grow, and we appreciate everything you do for our community. And the least we could do is move you up in the agenda since we kept you here for 4 hours in last meeting. All right, council, so let's go back to,
What a guy.
I have an executive session announcement. The council conducted an executive session on Thursday, November 6, 2025, and this evening, November 11th, 2025, from 6 p.m. to approximately 7 p.m. for legal, personnel, and/or real estate matters. Council legislative action, if any, will be taken at tonight's council meeting. Council approval of the minutes. We have the Citizens Night meeting of October 7th, 25, the council work session meeting of October 7th, 25, and the council regular meeting of October 14th, 2025. Is there a motion to approve the minutes?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Questions, comments, or additions, corrections? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Biondo.
Aye.
Mr. Williams.
Aye.
Mr. Adams.
Aye.
Mr. Crut.
Aye.
Mr. Poach.
Aye.
Mr. Hizzy.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Reports of the tax collections. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Approval of the list of bills and budget transfers. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve. Questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Hizzy.
Aye.
Mr. Poach.
Aye.
Mr. Crut.
Aye.
Mr. Adams.
Aye.
Mr. Williams.
Aye.
Mr. Biondo.
Aye.
The ayes have it. And the payroll report, council. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion to, second.
Motion and a second to approve. Questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Biondo.
Aye.
Mr. Williams.
Aye.
Mr. Adams.
Aye.
Mr. Crut.
Aye.
Mr. Poach.
Aye.
Mr. Hizzy.
Aye.
The ayes have it. And all these items were reviewed at last Thursday's agenda-setting meeting that was on the 6th, November 6th. The capital improvement program list of purchase orders to be approved. It's in your packet, council. Is there a motion to approve?
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
There is a motion and a second. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Hizzy.
Aye.
Mr. Poach.
Aye.
Mr. Crut.
Aye.
Mr. Adams.
Aye.
Mr. Williams.
Aye.
Mr. Biondo.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Council, this takes us to our development applications. The first item is 25-6-C Range USA. This is a conditional use approval. As you remember from last Thursday, the hearing was tabled because we wanted to get some more information about that. So the first thing I want to have is a motion to remove this item from the table so we could reopen the public hearing.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So now this conditional use hearing is back in session. Mr. Graziani, as far as next steps?
Yeah, this evening, of course, we have the applicant is requesting conditional use approval to Article 5, Section 504 KK gun range indoor of the Monroeville zoning ordinance, number 2779 is amended to permit the operation of an indoor gun range. Property address is 300 Mall Boulevard, as identified as tax parcel 638-S-240 in the Boulevard zoning district. The applicant, I believe, as we left it last week, we had a few questions outstanding, and if you could address those this evening.
Last week, there were some questions. Do you need to swear in?
You were sworn in last meeting, correct?
Different.
Yeah.
Yes,
If
the
you just
meeting stayed open. You're still under oath.
You're still under oath. If you just state your name for the record, just.
Kevin Ali with Range USA.
Thanks, Kevin. Welcome back.
Last week, there were some questions about parking, that it would be an issue and a problem. And then traffic was also brought up as a potential issue or problem. Range USA, if approved, will be spending millions of dollars on this space. The last thing that they want to do is to spend millions of dollars and have their customers have to fight, scratch, and claw to get into the parking lot, and then have a difficult time finding a parking stall. So both of those are false narratives. That will not happen. If it was a risk, I think they would be looking at a different site. They're not going to spend that sort of money, invest that sort of money, and sign that long of a lease if that's going to be a big issue. Another question brought up last week was multi-tenant buildings. And I went back and did a little bit of homework. We have 4 multi-tenant buildings. 2 of them are not necessarily apples to apples. They are restaurant equipment storage, furniture storage is one, and then another is record storage. But there are 2 that are apples to apples. This is the first one. This is Mall Road in Florence, Kentucky, multi-tenant building that has, we've been in business there for north of 10 years. No issues, no problems, all is good.
And Kevin, just if I could interrupt for just one moment.
Yes.
Council, I did reach out to the mayor of Florence and their office, actually, and I also reached out to the adjoining business, and they have both said there have been no issues with this property as far as noise. The business next door, they said whenever no one's in the building and they're before they open, they might hear some muffled sounds, but whenever, they're operating, there's people in the business, you can't hear anything. So I just want let everybody know that.
I don't know if you can see these or not tonight.
I just put them
We
right.
can just put them back there, they'll zoom in, put it
Okay.
over the X.
Here's an aerial photo. You can see this is,
Lift it up a little bit more.
Towards me.
there we go.
There you go.
Thank you.
So here's the location with
Now
that
we'll
pin. It's
zoom
kind
in.
of hard to see. This is the major retail corridor for this area. Healthy Mall and up and down Mall Road is just the retail corridor for this area. It is in the heart of retail. Very similar to here in Monroeville. Second location I'd like to show you is on Westheimer Road in Houston. And I don't know if you guys, anyone here is familiar with Westheimer Road. You can see we are right in there. That's the elbow of the shopping center. So heads down and then heads west. We have been there for north of 3 years. Everything's fine, no issues. If anyone knows Houston, this is 3.5 miles west of the Galleria area, which is the highest area of Westheimer in this Post Oak area in all of Houston. There's a Neiman Marcus and a Nordstrom in the same mall. That's pretty rare in this country to have both those big flags at the same mall. This is an aerial for this center. Here is the yellow pen for us. This neighborhood here are homes that run from $3 million to north of $30 million. It is a high-rent district, and no issues, no complaints, no problems whatsoever. We have been good tenants and good stewards in both, as we would be here as well. Those are some of the questions. Are there any other questions anyone has that you'd like for me to answer?
Council?
How long a lease do you usually sign?
15, sir.
15 years?
50 stores. All 50 that have been opened are still open today. Not one has been closed due to poor sales, poor performance, poor, neighborly conduct, none. All 50 stores that have been opened are still open today. I hope someone was successful in getting hold of the police chief in Robinson, the city manager in Robinson Township, somewhere there. My words are cheap, actions speak louder, and we've been there for 3 years, and I don't know of one single issue, one single complaint, one single concern that has come out of Robinson Township.
Thank you, Kevin. Mr. Ratcher, did you have some items?
Mayor, I have a couple of things based on the conversations we had last week. I want to call the chief up first. Did we ever swear him in?
No, you gotta swear mine.
Yeah, I don't believe last time.
Yeah, let's swear him in. He should,
He looks like a shady character.
not like attorneys, we're always sworn in.
Understood.
So there's no lightning bolt.
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
So, Chief, you were tasked with contacting the ATF and seeing what, if any, regulations that they impose upon these types of facilities.
Yes.
Did you do that?
I did do that, yes.
Okay. What were your findings?
Well, the agent I talked to at the ATF explained to me that they don't get involved in any of the licensing of any type of firearms range anywhere in the country. That it's all a state or local issue. He did go on to explain that they've even had the issues that Councilman Crut was concerned about. Somebody coming in that's a felon, and as long as they stay in that facility, they've come across that. There's nothing they can do. There's no law that they're violating at the federal level.
Okay, thank you.
He also said, as a side note, there was 4 other ones that he had dealt with, and there's been no issues. One in Cranberry, one in Robinson, one you're talking about, one in Ross Township, and they just reopened another one. An old one was closed down on I guess it's Lebanon Church in West Memphis. Yeah, they opened up, a new company bought that. There hasn't been any issues with them.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
And, Mayor, I was also given a copy of Title 18 of the Pennsylvania Code, and it expressly indicates in there, Section 6115B3, talks about firearms and who can receive them, licensing, so forth. It says here, nothing in this section shall be construed to prohibit the loaning or giving of a firearm to another in one's dwelling or place of business if the firearm is retained within the dwelling or place of business. So I think that resolves the issue related, that we all had a question about.
Okay.
As to what gives some business like the applicants the right to give a gun to somebody to use inside their premises.
Okay.
That's all I have.
Thank you. Council, any questions up to this point? Okay, and this is, the public hearing is still open. I will leave the floor open if anyone would like to add testimony to this.
Lois Drumheller again. My questions from last week, one part of that was I was relieved to know where the actual area that was the shooting range wouldn't be in the interior wall, but more toward the exterior wall, which is good. But I think what I had mentioned, that the primary things, which I'm not an expert in, but someone who's unable physically to get here tonight has asked me, she apparently understands the question, if you have, what about your safety systems and your safety record and safety systems is all I can come up with to describe that, because according to this person, you'd know what you were talking about when you asked that question about what is your safety record. So I guess in what that means to me is in all 50 places of business, you must have like a reporting system of any incidences or safety checks. Is that something that there's metrics on, that you keep track in all 50 of those locations? And if so, is the safety record, does it receive an A or an F? That really, I can't break that down any better. But is that able to be answered? And then the other one just had to do with the sound abatement. I was asking what percentages, you also have real figures on that. Do you decrease the sound by 2% or 98%, in trying to abate the sound or the vibrations? And I think the rest of that really just has to do with parking. I know we have an ordinance, so per square foot, that's 1,200 square foot, the people in the municipality would be able to predict how many parking spaces. But that's not going to occur when you have multiple businesses there. People are going to park, then walk down. It's not that long of a plaza. So is there going to be loitering, jockeying for any of those parking places? That's a concern. Everything that I've mentioned is underneath safety, and that is the bottom line. So I hope that that could be maybe answered a little clearer.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
Thank you. Yeah, we mentioned, Kevin, if you want to add to any of that. And I did ask the question at last week's meeting as far as the parking regulations, and Mr. Wilden, you could speak to this. So the parking regulations, there's enough spaces there per our regulations.
Correct. We don't have any special parking regulations for gun range. It just falls under retail and business. It's one space per 250 square feet, just as it was for the previous business in that space. So there's adequate parking.
Yeah, so the whole plaza operates as we define it to operate. It's not like they're not on a variance,
Correct. The only difference would be if it was like a restaurant. Restaurants typically have a higher parking requirement, but other than that, most businesses have the same parking requirement.
Okay.
Okay, the range is on the far outside exterior wall. It will not be on the common wall with the Thai restaurant. So that'll be our first defense in noise bothering the other tenants. And then the second defense will be how we treat that wall and how we treat the ceiling. We try to encapsulate the range the best that we can with that double vestibule, with solid doors, bulletproof glass, rubber gaskets on all the doors, and then the insulation that we put inside of the range. We don't want people being disturbed by extremely loud noises on the retail floor or in the classrooms. We have classrooms that go on, multiple days a week, and we don't want them unable to concentrate, study, hear the instructor. So we do our best. Most of our stores, we don't violate the noise ordinance on our retail floor. The noise ordinance that you'll have at our property line, we've gotten pretty good at containing sound. So the sound that you'll hear outside, as Paul was kind enough to come over and listen outside the store. This was before the store opened, before the mall had opened, so there was no ambient noise. With as busy as this area is, the ambient noise that is outside, I don't think you're going to hear much from us at all. It will be less than the ambient noise. I don't know how to measure it any better than that, but we certainly will not violate your noise ordinance.
And the other question about this safety.
Safety.
Incidents and other,
We have 3.5 million visitors will visit our stores this year. There's no federal guideline for incidents that are registered. There's no reporting to the ATF, the government. There's no system such as that. We pay close attention. There'll be 150 million rounds fired inside our stores this year, 150 million. There are incidents from time to time. They are rare. It will be a very, very small percentage of 1% that happen. But yes, they do happen. And in you can have an accidental discharge. There are things that happen, but they are minuscule.
Is this a membership club or just open to the general public?
Open to general public, but we have 80,000 members. You do not have to be a member to come. Anyone can come in and shoot. You can bring a guest with you. But we do have over 80,000 members in our stores.
Is there a fee for that?
Yes, sir.
Membership?
Yes, sir. There is a monthly fee for that.
What is that?
It will, depends on what membership you want. If the higher the memberships go, you get a 10% discount on accessories and/or firearms. So it all depends on what level of membership you would like to have. Some are just Monday through Friday. Some include, maybe it's Monday through Thursday, and then some are Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, where we're busier on Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays.
What
So
is the price range?
I'm going to say $30 a month to $55, $60 a month.
Thank you.
We have a ladies' sure shot program. We have tens of thousands of ladies that are members of our club called Lady Sure Shots. And they come in for ladies-only events, lady-only classes, lady-only days on the range. And it's a very, very successful program, and it's something that we'll have here as well. I just forgotten to mention that last time.
thank you. I'll leave the floor open for testimony on this item.
Good evening. My question that I had last
I'm
week.
sorry, I can't, did you add testimony last week? Were you already sworn in?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, thank you.
I had asked, there's going to be 60,000 visitors a year, 20,000 using the shooting range. I wanted to know if this gentleman knows the percentage of how many would be bringing their own weapons in and how many would be, percentage would get the
Rental or
loaner,
trying
rental
them
or
or-
whatever. If he could give a number of.
Okay, was there other testimony you wanted to add?
And
to
I
it?
also wanted to mention about the concern of having our police officers in the lot there. My concern is, it's great for them to use the facility there and to have an invitation, but to be their security sitting in a lot, I would hope with the crime that we have in other areas of Monroeville, that they would be patrolling, doing their police work.
Yeah, I don't
not
believe that
sitting
was
a lot.
suggested, by the chief or by council to have them there. I think maybe Kevin might have mentioned about how a lot of the police officers in other areas, they shoot at the range. And maybe that's what he was
I'll take a little
mentioning.
bit of responsibility. I think our document that I handed out was a little bit misleading with the verbiage, that
Yeah,
spiral
I-
bound piece. We do not expect any officers to sit in our lot and to guard our facility. Our hope is that they use it. And the point there is that your cars are in our lot, the uniforms are in our store, and it just sets the tone for who and what we are in the community.
Thank you.
Okay. It's just a concern to me to have our police officers sitting there when they should be elsewhere in our community.
I agree with you.
Okay,
I
thank
agree
you.
with you. And then I will leave the floor open for testimony.
I think she had one other question I should maybe address.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to see if there's anyone else, that way we could just,
Okay.
is there anyone else like to have testimony this evening? Very good. No, Kevin, I'm sorry. And just if you could ask the question about the.
Rentals percentage.
Hey, thank you.
I do not have a number. I'm gonna use my best guess and say that it is probably 60-40. And that is an absolute guess, just from what my eyes see when I'm inside the store. People carrying in their own firearms cased versus people at the rental counter. There's gonna be more people bringing their own than rent, but it is a substantial number. I'm not trying to diminish the number.
And I'm assuming too, when people purchase, they want to immediately go in there and shoot
Absolutely.
the firearm that they purchased.
Absolutely. And then a lot of times, people want to try what it is they would like to buy, and then they purchase after shooting.
Understood. Council, any other questions regarding this matter? So I'd like to seek a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So the public hearing is closed. And if we could move back through the agenda to item 10, this is 25-6-C, Range USA Conditional Use Approval. Mr. Graziani, you want to read into the record?
Sure. The applicant, Range USA, is requesting conditional use approval pursuant to Article 5, Section 504.KK, gun range indoor, of the Monroeville zoning ordinance number 2779 as amended to permit the operation of an indoor gun range. The property address is 300 Mall Boulevard and is identified as tax parcel 638-S-240 in the Boulevard zoning district.
Council, is there a?
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Hizzy?
Aye.
Mr. Poach?
Aye.
Mr. Crut?
Aye.
Mr. Adams?
Aye.
Mr. Williams?
Aye.
Mr. Biondo?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Kevin, good luck with your project. Welcome to our community.
I snuck in on Saturday to watch your other shop. What do we do now?
Yep. Council, we are at item number 12, motion. So a motion to authorize the advertising of the necessary ordinances for the 2026 budget, including, Mr. Graziani, please.
The adoption of the budget contains estimated and proposed revenues and expenditures at $41,390,705 for the calendar year beginning January 1. Fixing the real estate tax millage for land, buildings, and structures for the fiscal year 2026 at 5.5 mils upon each dollar of assessed valuation, being the sum of $5.50 for each $1,000 of assessed valuation of taxable properties. Continuing the deed transfer, mercantile, business privilege, and local service taxes pursuant to the Local Tax Enabling Act of 1965. In addition, we will have an ordinance related to the 2026 salary structure for non-union exempt and non-exempt employees. The difference being one can have overtime and the other are not eligible for overtime. The budget currently, as proposed, that number that you see, 41,390, has a flat rate of 3% for all of the non-union employees. The union contracts would govern their rates, and those are already included in union as well. In addition, there'll be the 2026 fee schedule.
Very good. So that motion, is there a motion to,
Motion to authorize the advertisement.
Second.
Motion and second to authorize the advertisement. Questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Biondo?
Aye.
Mr. Williams?
Aye.
Mr. Adams?
Aye.
Mr. Crut?
Aye.
Mr. Poach?
Aye.
Mr. Hizzy?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Next, council, we have motions to nominate residents to various boards, commissions, and authorities. Mr. Hizzy, do you have anything?
Yeah, I have one, Mr. Michael Gatis on the zoning hearing board,
And
for
that,
second term.
that is a nomination?
Yes, sir.
So just to remind everybody here on council, just nominations do not require a second, nor do they require a vote. So a nomination is just a nomination. Once an individual is nominated, they have to be nominated for a month. And then once that month passes, then council could decide to appoint that individual, which would require a second and require a vote and everything. But just because one is nominated doesn't mean they are appointed.
Correct.
Mr. Hizzy, anything else this evening?
I have a
Nomination?
second, Mr. Bob called me, Stevens has called me. He'd like to nominate Nancy Harvey for the Water Authority Board for her second term.
And that is a nomination. Very good.
Nomination only.
Yep, anything else, Mr. Hizzy?
That's it.
Okay. Mr. Poach?
I do for the Police Civil Service Commission, Mr. Bill McClellan,
Okay, that's a nomination.
for him too. And to nominate, well, I can leave it to my I don't know if, I forgot if they've called everyone, Kelly's called those guys.
We'll come, we can come back to you if you're not sure.
Yeah, please, I'll wait to, not.
See how it
back
goes.
on the- Yes, because I've spoken to the library board, I know these folks are interested, I just didn't know if.
Understood.
If they were to call their council, I didn't know if they did all that yet. Other than that, nothing else on that list at this time.
Thank you. Mr. Crut? Do you have any nominations out of that list this evening?
No, I don't.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Adams?
I'd like to nominate Heidi Lawrence for the Planning Commission.
Thank you. Anything else, Mr. Adams?
That'll be it.
Mr. Williams?
I'd nominate Philip Tony for the library board.
Very good. Anything else, Mr. Williams?
Nothing else, thank you.
Mr. Biondo?
I'll nominate Kelly Meredith for the library board.
That is a nomination as well. Thank you very much. Anything else, Mr. Biondo?
I'll nominate Stephanie Katofsky for the Monroeville Finance Authority.
Okay.
And that's it.
Very good. Council, moving to our resolutions.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes, Mr.
Can I
Williams?
nominate William McClellan for the Police Civil
I did,
Service?
Bill.
Was that done?
I did.
Yep.
Okay,
I did.
Mr.
okay,
Poachbon.
excuse
Thank
me.
you, though.
I did. Sorry, I stuttered it before.
No problem. Those are all nominations. Once again, those will all,
Do that.
those nominations will sit for a month, and they'll be considered for appointment in December. Council, resolutions. We have 7 this evening to consider.
Wow.
Mr. Graziani, please.
Yeah, the first resolution deals with the purchasing of police vehicles, a resolution approving the use of expenditure from the Police Federal Asset Seizure Fund not to exceed $225,000 to purchase detective vehicles. A copy of the adopted Police Asset Seizure Fund procedures was attached last week. We did not copy it again for this week.
Okay. Council,
Motion to approve.
Second.
motion second to approve. Questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Hizzy?
Aye.
Mr. Poach?
Aye.
Mr. Crut?
Aye.
Mr. Adams?
Aye.
Mr. Williams?
Aye.
Mr. Biondo?
Aye.
The ayes have it.
Items 15 through 21 were subject of a hearing last Thursday, and a number of them had representation, that is, the properties on the list this evening. And Mr. Hugus, do you have an update for us on any of those?
Yes, since last Thursday, it gave us the opportunity to open some dialogue with Mrs. Steins in the audience here, along with some other folks. Have not got the structural report back from Broadway Boulevard, but it opened some dialogue that I think that it would probably be best just to table these for tonight, talk about them next month, because there's no advantage to pushing them ahead. There's no advantage to cherry picking them, because it's kind of a system where once we get the legal clearance through the solicitor, then we have to go to a public bid, and if we extract or don't add any, then it flaws the system. So it would be an advantage just to table it at this point until we work out some details.
Mayor, can we do this one motion for 15?
All
Do we
of
have to, yeah.
Yeah, and if I could have just a quick question before that is made is there a timeline on the grant applications connected to this? Do we
There
know?
is, but we're not in danger of losing it.
That's the main thing.
But I'd rather it be a complete package to go.
That makes perfect sense.
Than being piecemeal.
Make a motion to table resolutions 15 to 21 regarding the demolition of slums and
Second.
lights in the here in Monroe.
So I have a motion and a second to table all of these items. So there's no comment with a tabling motion and a second. So you're voting in the affirmative just to table these items.
Right. Right.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Biondo?
Aye.
Mr. Williams?
Aye.
Mr. Adams?
Aye.
Mr. Crut?
Aye.
Mr. Poach?
Aye.
Mr. Hizzy?
Aye. The ayes have it, and they will be back on the agenda. Well, it'll be back on the agenda in December as a tabled item.
Well, I wanted to ask, Mayor, since she was here, why wouldn't,
Well,
Allow her to
it's
finish.
it's tabled at this
I know,
point,
but-
so we're not worried about it, and the dialogue has kind of already been opened with staff, and unfortunately now this is tabled, so we
Right.
won't have any other discussion with it.
We'll be in touch.
But, yeah, thank you for coming, and you can talk to staff, and we appreciate you connecting with them, and you're the only other resident that has showed up and came back after last Thursday's hearing. But this is, in my opinion, a good news for you, that it is tabled, and we have a month to work on it with staff to come up with a plan, and we can discuss it further next month.
I'd just like to request
So
that
we-
be notified of the next hearing. I will-
Of course, so it'll be, so this will definitely be
Thursday.
the first Tuesday of December. We'll have a meeting, and we will vote the second Tuesday of December. But staff will definitely be in touch with you. If they've already been in touch, Mr. Hughes,
Yes.
you have all the contact information?
We do.
And you have the appropriate phone numbers, you know who to speak to? You've already been,
Yeah, I don't know the name of the gentleman that called me yesterday afternoon,
But you have the-
through your email that I
Correct.
sent to you.
so yeah, you don't have to get up at the microphone, but I'm just confirming that, yes, everyone has the proper contact information, and we'll definitely be in touch within the month.
Very good, thank you.
Thank you.
well, she would have to be here at the next voting meeting, the December 9th, or,
Well, there may be some kind of an accommodation worked out that would cause that property to be removed from the list.
Correct.
And she may
So-
not
so,
need to
yeah,
show up.
she may not need to be here.
I think she just requested to know when it was, when the meeting.
Second.
We will
Yeah,
discuss the details with her, and she may not
Okay.
need to be.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. But we'll definitely make sure that you're aware of the situation prior to any vote, and prior to any discussion, of course. Thank you. Okay, council, so I think we got everything. So we're moving to our reports of our municipal staff. Mr. Ratcher, do you have anything else for this evening?
Nothing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Graziani?
Yes,
Please.
Thanksgiving, of course, happens every November, and I'm very thankful for the opportunity to work here. And if I may be indulged, I'd just like to say thank you to you all who are here sharing. I just love working with you and all of the cheer that you bring to our office, including the pup who comes by and visits, and you do everything I ask. Joe, you're like Mr. Enthusiasm from Monroeville. Your laugh is contagious, and whether it's a fire issue or anything.
Don't fuck up now.
Look, I'm thankful for you, Joe. I really appreciate it. Eric, your attention to detail about wanting to know how things work and the way to make them better, I greatly appreciate your standards for excellence. I appreciate this guy to my left. He's not able to be here, but he served in the U.S. military in the late 60s, and just a great guy. Again, has a great knowledge of the workings of local government and has been encouraged to me. Mayor, what can I say? I'm going to greatly miss you. Your service to this municipality has been outstanding. It will not end. I pray, Lord willing, you'll be in other opportunities to serve here, but thank you for all that you do. You are a good friend and a very trustworthy confidant for me, helping me to understand how to get things in, including how to maybe communicate better the budget, so I do appreciate that. Bob, you read stuff, which is great. Not everybody does. And you will spend like the long hours, I don't know how you sleep, because you seem to, whatever comes at you, you put the time in, and I'm grateful. To have a solicitor as fair-minded as you is truly appreciated and is rare.
Thank you.
You just are a straight shooter, very valued.
Thank you.
Bill, you teach me a ton of stuff about how things should work on law enforcement. I always feel like the investigatory skills that you have are never put to rest, and I've joked with you before. I'm glad that you and I came on at the same time, because I'm not sure I'd have been hired, or at least got your vote to be hired if you're part of the interview process. You're a tough guy to convince that someone can do the job, but I appreciate that. That's great, great skill to have. Thank you. Mike, you've called me up and taken me all around the community. You showed me the ins and outs. You have like 40-some, 50 years of experience working in this community, and you're willing to share it. And your passion for individuals is really hard to match. You really care about the person and wanting to do the best for them. That sometimes means we don't always see eye to eye, because I'm trying to think about the entire municipality, but you never give up for the little guy and trying to make sure they get a fair shake. So I really appreciate that. Bob, I want to get the snorkel back as bad as you do. My wife is so sick of hearing about mailbox snorkels. I think I've taken a dozen pictures of them. We're going to, one way or another, shame Monroeville's PO, postmaster, to get a snorkel back into Monroeville, and we'll put your name on it. So thank you. And I love your visits. Though they're quite random, your ties, your attire for holidays is just legendary and great to see. Mayor-elect, Dennis, look forward to having you over next to me. You have some big shoes to fill, big seat to fill, because I really count on the mayor to give me the wisdom, and I'm sure you'll be able to do a lot of that. Again, it's a delight working with you. You're just all in. You're all Monroeville, all Garden City, but I know coming over here, you'll represent everybody well. Josie, I mean, I can't believe everything I ask you, you do it and you do more, and you're always on top of it. Josie gave up 2 different vacation days and days off over the last couple of weeks because she just knew we needed to get through the budget. And she offered and volunteered that, and I mean, just very rarely does anybody do that. And I appreciate what she does. Amazing. Thank you, Josie.
Thank you.
Paul, I mean, you're organized on every respect. Every time he comes to meet with me, he has his org chart, his 11 by 17 color with a little update when he just last updated it, and all the details I needed. He makes all the decisions that he's asking me to make very easy. It's just basically a few minutes of explanation, and I don't have to ask any questions because he's so thorough. The snow, I can tell you're going to be on top of it this year, because even though they didn't have to lay any material, the guys were out and checking the routes yesterday. Everybody's fully prepared, all the equipment's ready to go, and Monroeville's blessed for your service. It's decades from a fire chief to a youth coach. Really appreciate it, and I'm glad you share a lot of that insight with me.
Thank you.
Joe, I mean, how many guys have a cleanup day named after their dad?
Right.
One.
And you're the guy.
Great
And,
shot.
and Joe, I appreciate, because, you know, you're literally sticking through my getting experience here, and I appreciate that. You have a lot of years of service in, but you're choosing to serve your community, and I benefit from the direct knowledge and insight. It is amazing. You just mentioned almost an address, and he knows where it's at, or a name, and he knows where they live. Maybe SDOC goes to more funerals than you do, but you know everybody in Monroeville, and it's greatly appreciated. Thank you for sharing that with me and trusting me, because you'll come in and tell me things that I need to know, and you don't really have to, but you know it's better that I know that, and I appreciate that trust you give me. Wilden, thank you for your service. Oh yeah, Bill, thank you for your service as a veteran of the United States military. Paul, I mean, really, MK and I talk about it. You're an all-star. You know, if we were doing pickup in the backyard for teams, we'd be picking you, because you're the kind of guy who just, how many meetings does the guy do? You know, between the zoning hearing board, the planning commission, he sits and listens to you guys and us for all this time. Wow. Always thorough. And what I value of you is you're unflappable. Over this past year and a half, you've put up with a lot of heat from our residents. They haven't quite called you nasty names, but they've called you a lot of things, and it's not fair. You are a hardworking, dedicated public servant who puts a ton of time in and never gets anything before your planning commission or this body without doing your homework. And it is appreciated, because you help all of us look good by doing that. Thank you. MK, you're the best. I'm so glad that you said yes to coming to work here, and that you're sticking with us, and I haven't scared you away yet. I'm very thankful for your thoroughness. She also does a lot of reading. It's crazy. I'll talk about a book, and like 2 days later, she'll give me a book report. It's kind of nerdy. It's kind of freaky, but she's got that gift to be able to read and give you the information back. Camera crew. I'm not sure if any of you guys served on the military, and I apologize if we've missed anybody, but Kate tells me we've got almost 40 members of our staff who served in the U.S. military. About a month ago, we had a collage of some of their pictures, and it's kind of cute seeing what they look like when they're 18 and all dapper in their uniforms. If Kate asks you for pictures like that, please say yes. Jared downstairs and the other guys that are off camera, thank you for all that you do. I greatly appreciate it. Lastly, the citizens of Monroeville. Every one of the citizens, and I've had water, iced tea at your deck, in your living rooms, at your dining room tables, at your places of business. I can't say enough for how this community's welcomed me. I'm not like Chief Cole, who left a little bit early. He's out listening to, I think. I have a lot to say to him, and that's maybe why I got out of here. But you guys have treated me like a hometown guy. I greatly appreciate it. You don't have to. I'm kind of an outsider. It's no secret. That has never been an issue for anyone here. You've treated me better than I deserved, and I'm forever grateful for that. Please, take advantage this Thanksgiving to say thank you, because you never know when you won't have that opportunity to say thank you again to those who you count most dear to you. Mayor?
Well, I mean, I'd have to say it's probably Alex's best report since he's got here. But no, I really appreciate the comments personally, and I know everyone else up here, appreciates it as well. We appreciate you.
I'm grateful.
And I know personally, it is not the municipal manager, whether it's Monroeville or any community, is a job I would never want. As far as, working with elected officials, in this case, there's 8, and working with department heads and residents and you mentioned some of the heat that Mr. Wilden has received. I know you've received heat, and it's a very, very, very challenging job, and I think you're doing a great job. I want you to keep up the good work, and we appreciate what you're doing. And we're going to get this budget done this year over the next couple weeks.
No tax increase.
With no tax increase. That's what everybody wants to hear. So we're going to keep moving through our reports of our municipal staff. Dr. Lang.
As an introvert, that's a super hard act to follow, so I'm just going to defer to my colleagues. Nothing.
Very good. Mr. Hugus, anything for this evening?
One item.
Go ahead.
It was dark when you got here, but if you looked across the street in the parking lot over there were the traffic signal poles. So hopefully within the next 2 weeks, we'll have a traffic signal in place.
And that's pretty close to what was originally promised, in November.
They were going to decorate it with Christmas decor, but we'll see when it gets up.
Very good. Thank you. Ms. Rock.
Nothing.
Thank you. And I will open the floor for public comment on any municipal item. This is for residents and taxpayers for comment on any municipal item.
Yeah, I want to submit this. I want to ask you, Mayor,
If you'll just state your name,
Georgiana Woodhall.
Thank you. For this one. We know.
I received this it's the 2025 Season of Hope, and this is through Tunnel for Towers. And I want to ask each and every one of you to put the fire under the feet of Cypress and Walmart. Because, as I said before, this is a golden opportunity, having that Veterans Clinic there. And to have them, I felt like I hit the lottery when they came in here. Didn't want them here for years, but now this is a golden opportunity. So if they can't somehow do either Wounded Warrior or Tunnel for Towers there at the mall, there's hotels and buildings around here that could be renovated at billion-dollar Walmart's expense. And we can't do enough for our first responders, our veterans, who some of them paid the ultimate price. So I'd like to submit this tonight and ask you to, I don't have to work with Walmart, but I'm not going to stop hoping and praying that they dig deep in their pockets and do something here in Monroeville for the first responders and all of those that do everything and have given the ultimate price at times. Thank you.
Thank you.
Georgiana.
Very good.
Leave the floor open. Seeing none, we're going to close the comment period. Moving to our reports of our council members and mayor.
Yeah, I just got a couple things, Mayor. Hope, get well, Bob. I had a little procedure today. I hope he gets gets over it very well. And my condolences to the Wilson's family. Tom Wilson's wife passed away. He was a councilman in here for 2 terms. I hope, if you need anything, Tom, I'm out here, give me a call. Today, he had a little food bank down at the convention center. Like Mr. Graziano brought up about Thanksgiving, we'll all be sitting there around our tables eating with our families and there's gonna be quite a few people who don't have that food to eat. I really ask everybody out there just to hand 1 or 2 things to the food banks to help along, to have people have something to eat for Thanksgiving. That's all, Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Hizzy. And these images are from the food drive that happened today that Mr. Hizzy mentioned. That's the Monroeville Community Network. It was very successful.
Very successful.
Collected a lot of food.
And I have a message from them.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mr. Poach.
Sure. That's what I was going to lead into. Thank you. I talked to Joe this morning, stopped down myself as well, and this came from Debbie Allen's husband's here as well, and they wanted to thank the entire all of Monroeville community and residents who showed up today to support the Monroeville Community Network Fund Drive. They packed the truck and several cars to stock the shelves of 4 pantries, so they were very proud of how everyone, our neighbors, showed up to add their support. I also talked to Val Warning while I was there, too. I believe their food bank is tomorrow.
Yeah.
So to Joe's point, there's another opportunity to donate. I forgot where Val's collecting.
There's also a bin at the senior center. And
Yeah.
And
it's
Senior center, yeah.
in the library.
And the library, to that as well, too. And at the libraries is that, and the school, to do that as well. So, just to follow along that.
Perfect. Thank you, Mr. Poach. Do you have any other comments
I
for
do,
this evening?
I
Go
do,
ahead, please.
I do. I also wanted to send some sympathy out to Tom and passing his wife, Roseanne. It's been a long time. I know she'd recently been in hospice care, and, our sympathies go out to them as well. Again, Bob, I talked to him earlier today. I hope he's feeling better as well. And again, this is, the end of the Great War, the one that they, the war to end all wars, and well, that didn't quite happen, but I'm really glad to see we still have our, from the American Legion Post as well, we keep our chair for our missing POWs and MIAs here as well, still in council chambers. A little bit of politics for that. Again, last week, congratulations to our incoming folks as well. Dennis, congratulations to you.
Thanks, Eric.
Apologize, I couldn't meet with you Saturday and stuff too. I was not feeling quite well from all my travels, but didn't want to give everybody anything. So we're doing well, but congratulations. I'm sure you'll do well in that piece. As always, happy to help you. And to Mr. Washington and Mrs. Ramsey, I mean, they were attending a lot of meetings. We kind of like don't acknowledge that when they come, but they've been paying attention to that. And I know some of our departments have reached out to a lot of them. Another interesting event just happened also too. And Dennis, by the way, got a new Boroughs Committee Association. We just put it in on last week. They're a new committee. They're restarting the Mayor's Committee that they did not have before. It's actually got a lot of interest in there too, and I'll make sure you have the details for that to meet with them. Kim Lasota.
Schedule's already filling up.
Yeah, that's right.
Already volunteered Jeff on that, and I'll look forward to the report this Thursday, the League of Municipalities Board meeting I'll be at, and tell them, don't worry, Dennis is very enthusiastic to get involved with it too, so I look forward to that in the Mayor's Committee. One of the interesting things that also happened in the past week or so was we've moved the communications center from downstairs as it began to expand into another function as a fusion center to do that as well. And, certainly Mr. Crut was very instrumental in getting the high levels of that started along with Mr. Graziani, getting that, working with some folks. We look forward to that expansion. But I wanted to kind of get down to some of the nuts and bolts for just a split second there too. Some folks who worked really hard to do that. First of all, the entire communications staff. It's tough when you move like that, and no issues, pitched right in with that. In particular, our lead supervisor, Josh, Ray, and Brian, from that, they were, I've been involved with 2 different communication centers that I've been involved with managing over the years in the movement and technology. You always say it'll only take a day, a couple of hours, and that, of course, never really happens. But that, not in this case. They kept to it and got it done. The IT staff was also actively involved, and Tina and Matt So well done to them. They're upstairs, they're operating over here right now, and it was flawless, as far as I could tell. Nothing else has happened with that, and their ability to move forward into the next phase of, keeping up with the IT capabilities we have. And this is really one of those things that is expanding our ability in public safety and to keep track of it. All of our cameras, all of our IT programs that are pulled together, the records management systems are all organized in the same place now. It's all designed to support all of the, public safety, a huge part of it, of course, law enforcement, but fire and EMS as well, too. It was a pretty good accomplishment, and they should all be. And of course, the chief had something to do with it as well. He was around for it. Let him do that as well. So congratulations to them this year on that movement. And that's it, sir.
Thank you. Mr. Crut?
No, thanks.
Sure?
Yeah, sure.
You should, Bill. Say credit. You're working a little bit hard there, buddy, on that. Come
You
on.
gave him your time, right?
Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Adams, please.
Yeah, I'd just like to thank all the veterans, and our Bill here, and our staff, the rest of our staff that has veteran status. That's it.
Thank you. Mr. Williams, please.
Yeah, I want to commend the staff for the cover page on our agenda tonight with all 5 of the military branches on there. Nice job. I want to thank the Chippewa Jewish Center Monroeville for their involvement in the community with its food bank they just had. They're delivering food to the food banks, and a lot of our organizations or church organizations aren't all that involved. But thank you again for your involvement in the community. Thoughts and prayers go out to Tom Wilson family on the passing of Tom's wife, Roseanne. Tom was an 8-year councilman for Ward 7 in Monroeville. So Tom, our thoughts and prayers are with you. Happy Veterans Day to all the vets. Thanks for your service. And you need to remember that freedom isn't free. There was a lot of bloodshed for this country by our veterans. And the next time anybody wants to stomp on their flag or disrespect it, just think of the freedoms you have because of what these veterans did for us. Speedy recovery for Bob Stevenson, and happy Thanksgiving. Eat a lot of pumpkin pie. It's wonderful. That's all I have.
Thank you, Mr. Williams.
Can't do that.
Mr. Biondo, please.
Yeah, just pass along my condolences to Tom and his family. Tom, yeah, I wouldn't be here if it weren't for Tom, so condolences. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody, and thank you to all the veterans, Bill, Bob, who's not here, and Paul, and anybody else who served. We're very grateful for your service, and wouldn't be here if we wouldn't be able to do what we do without you. And that's all I have.
Thank you. Yes, this is our meeting for November, and Thanksgiving is in a couple weeks away, but we will be meeting the next Tuesdays, the 18th and the 25th, for our budget hearings at 6:30 PM the following two Tuesdays. And then the budget will be on the agenda for the December meeting for council's consideration. But as we mentioned, it's a no tax increase budget, preserves all the services that I know I support, and I know my colleagues up here support them as well. But we'll be discussing the budget in length over the next few meetings. And I will echo my colleagues up here with speedy recovery to Bob Stevenson, and certainly condolences to Tom Wilson and his family, the passing of Roseanne. And once again, for our veterans, on behalf of the entire municipality, we thank you for your service. And with that, I'd like to seek a motion.
Tree lighting, Mayor.
And the tree lighting
You're going to be a
is,
busy man on the 25th. You're going to have to drive very quickly.
yes, so the annual tree lighting is
You gotta buy dinner.
25th at, it says 6, I believe it's actually 6:30, but
Well, can we fix the two of those times? Do that if we,
we'll see. But light up night, annual tree lighting is at the Old Stone Church on Tuesday, the 25th. It's always the Tuesday prior to Thanksgiving. And with that, I'd like to seek a motion to adjourn.
motion.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? This meeting is adjourned. Thank you and good night.